Leg cramps at 3 a.m. are powerful reminders of the passing of time. Decades, not just hours. They come from working late in the yard because it's a warm, sunny evening with extra time due to the much loved daylight savings time, and forgetting that you're not 30 anymore, or 40, or 50 even. When we were young and healthy, we luxuriated in our strength and stamina, working long hours and then coming home to do things with the kids or work in the yard or house. We thought nothing of it except for the lack of enough time for all the things we wanted or needed to do. Today's Sunday Struggles edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary is about our younger days side of the time equation. Those days of seemingly unlimited energy and ability when we felt nothing could hold us back except time itself. During those days, there's a danger of becoming lost within ourselves and our own strength and ability, which can lead to losing sight of our dependence on God. Now, that can manifest itself in two ways. One is just becoming too busy doing simply because we can and not carving out time to properly express thanks for the gift of God, strength. The other way this can be manifested is pride that fills us with a sense of accomplishment by our own strength. Neither is good, but the latter is worse because it puts complete trust in self instead of God. David describes this awful attitude in Psalm 20, verses 7 and 8. Some boast in chariots and some in horses, but we will boast in the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and stood upright. No one today knows when David wrote this psalm, but it may have been near the end of his life when he was preparing to turn the kingdom over to Solomon. Perhaps looking back over his life and remembering the many days of distress and trouble he had faced and enemies he had overcome by trusting in God, he wrote this psalm as a reminder for Solomon and every future king to rely on the Lord. Perhaps verses 7 and 8 came from looking back on God-given victories over superior armies who boasted in their horses and chariots. 2 Samuel 8 lists several. Even though it's unlikely any of us is a king or ruler now or will become one anytime soon, these verses should speak to us too. Horses and chariots are a metaphor for human strength. If we're young and healthy, remember, someday our strength will fail. So let's stop struggling to conquer the world on our own strength and ability. Don't rely on our own strength as if that's all we need. It isn't. And it won't last forever. Trust in the Lord, even in the days of our strength. And if we're old, don't give up the struggle just because our strength is dwindling. Trust in the Lord and keep working for Him while we have time. Thank you for watching this Sunday Struggles edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny helping you have a great day.